Welcome to Hearthfire Tales!
Wow, is this a Halloween special already?
No, but it is also maybe going to be a little bit... Nah, it's not going to be spooky, but it is going to be...
Special.
Special is a very good word. We are doing a bit of a prologue episode.
Ooh.
Yeah, so...
I don't know why I'm acting surprised by this.
Yeah, we very much prepared for this, right? Yeah, we are going to do part of like a mini series or kind of like spin-offs almost, I guess you could call it, called Legends of Lethuan. And the first story that we're going to tell is the story of Conn Greystone.
Baba Greystone.
Baba,
finding his way in the world.
Little baby Greystone.
Back then he was Grey Pebble.
Is Sid's gonna be like, last year?
Yeah. Basically, this, like, the normal campaign is just Sid's backstory anyway. Like,
It's actually an extended Hearthfire Legends, and it's like, we'll
Roll
get to
an-
the actual campaign in a year or two. Like.
Sid's would be like, roll an intelligence check to see how well you studied.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so we are in Lethuan, but not yet the land of might, magic, and metal, but instead a land of sorrow, suffering, and strife. The year is 5 BU, or before Unity, before the mighty Hootsman has ended the long 20 years war that has been raging by single-handedly uniting all the nations of Lethuan into a single people. The war, where we take it from, is now in its 15th year and has begun to take its toll on Lethuan. While not all of the land has been in constant combat, the scars still run deep, and cracks in society and the lands that form Lethuan are beginning to show. The fiercest fighting was near what is now the capital, the island city of Val Lega. It being the center of Lethuan, it was and continues to be strategically and economically valuable to the land. The mountain-locked empire of the east, old Azumakia, they were the best equipped armies of Lethuan. Fueled by forges in the Thunderhammer Mountains, most of the fighting was controlled to the south and east of Lethuan, leaving the north in an uneasy calm. The north was fed and supplied by great lakes and mountains. The Tuatha Empire bided their time, fielding some attacks from the western forest lands of Vestor, but waiting for their moment to strike, when the Azumakian forces were preoccupied to the south, striking against the Isles of Sulvia to acquire a large port city. And so begun the next phase of what, at the time, was called the War of Division. Each corner of the land struggling to find its place, to find its identity, as rumor and strife and division spread like a plague. The forest dwellers of Vestor want to kill you and your family and plant trees in their corpses. The sailors of Sulvia want to cut down every single tree in Vestor, not just for their ships, but just to see them burn. The Azumakians want to steal the ships of Sulvia for their own greed and raid and pillage the entire land. The Tuatha Empire want to take the Thunderhammer mines from the Azumakians and use their stones and ore to create monuments to their own gods. Each military and political decision trickling down from the mouths of a million voices, each told slightly different, no one knowing who to trust, a land divided. Smaller nations such as Chinjoka, home of the Dragonborn, crushed by the wheels of war. But that's a story for another day.
Ooh.
Our story begins in the Northern Empire, the Empire of the Tuatha. 15 years into this war, a small military force sworn and dedicated to protection, known as Holy Thunderforce, have begun to make a name for themselves as defenders. They are sworn to the warrior god Lu, and while many soldiers and warriors pray to Lu, not all dedicate their lives to his service, swearing great oaths that grant divine strength and power. They've mostly been protecting towns in the eastern part of the north as unrest brews, and they have just arrived to a new region and have begun to fortify a camp and provide defense and stability to nearby towns. We start with Ryan.
That's me.
Please describe your character and introduce him.
Hoorah! In front of you stands Sergeant of the Holy Thunderforce, Dekyrus. I am a Goliath, 7.5 feet tall, 340 pounds. I will lead this force into battle. We stand strong against all those that attack. We do not move no matter what comes our way. We are strong, and we are the shield of the North. I have been in this military for a long time and had many opportunities to move forward, but I have not because I stand with my soldiers. I link arms with my soldiers. I do not lead them from a tent. I do not lead them from an ivory tower. I stand in the field with them, and I keep those safe. Because, as my soldiers will tell you, with great shields come great responsibility.
Christ, right?
That's me. I'm Dekyrus.
Dekyrus, nice. And yeah, you are a paladin of Holy Thunderforce. While mechanically maybe not everyone in Holy Thunderforce is necessarily a paladin, everyone is sworn and maybe has some paladin levels or of some form, but it is still a military, so you're going to have clerics, rangers, kind of everyone that kind of makes up a well-rounded military force. And so yeah, Dekyrus, you have just kind of begun to order your squad to basically start erecting fortifications in this kind of area that you're in. You're kind of like battening down in here, and you're going to start like, you know, securing the this area of the land, make sure everyone's looked after, kind of provide like a bastion for this area. And speaking of bastion, your bastion, the head of this entire force that's here, a woman named Quida Stormshield, has summoned you into her tent.
Afternoon, sir.
Yes, Thunderer Dekyrus, a pleasure as always. Lose blessings upon your shield. I trust your squadron are performing their duties?
Yes, sir. We have been in the field all this morning, and the morning before, and every day since.
Great. Well, I will of course be doing an inspection of the camp soon, but I trust that, as always, everything will be as it should.
Absolutely.
Well, to business then. Dekyrus, our reports have indicated that a number of towns in this area are in need of loose protection and guidance.
Yes, sir.
There are rumors of unrest, uncivility, and honestly just downright rude and dastardly behavior in the surrounding towns. So, I want you to take a couple of shields and their defenders and head up an investigation into one of these towns. There's a nearby one called Delnock. Find out what the cause of this is. Be sure in your daily preparations and prayers to Lu that you can create food and water, as this might be a cause of it. But I will also give you grain and flour to bring for more long-lasting provisions for the towns here. Please walk the streets, speak to the people, find the cause of their issues. Understood?
Understood, sir.
Excellent. Furthermore, I'm assigning you a new recruit. He's just a kid, but he's got promise. Maybe he'll even prove himself enough to say his oath.
We're always willing to take on more shields, sir.
Good. Now, his name is something boring. It's John or Ron or something. You know how I am with names. Anyway, if he's good at taking orders, he'll be waiting for you outside. Now, any questions?
No, sir. Understood.
Excellent. Well then, see to it.
He's not waiting outside.
So yeah, I'm gonna leave the tent. What do I see when I?
Yeah, you see like a military camp with like a lot of hustle and bustle. You guys are still kind of like really, you know, Quida has like identified this area and this particular like landscape as a good fortifiable position. And you guys have moved from it being like a temporary camp to actually, you know, there's been logging going on. You're putting up actual like wooden structures, like a palisade and stuff happening. Guys are expecting to be here for, you know, at least 6 months or so. You're kind of just, you know, preparing. So there's a whole host of people running back and forth. People you would know, and like as they run by you, they stop to salute quickly and run on. As a Thunderer, you know, you're in charge of like 40 people, so you have like a bit of respect and renown. There's only maybe at this point in time, there's only maybe 250 to 300 people in Holy Thunderforce so far. You've been kind of like one of the early adopters and early members, and like have like risen highly. So everyone kind of knows you, knows of your ferocity in battle. So, you know, you maybe walk out and you kind of see all this hustle and bustle, but you don't see a fresh recruit. Jim, where is Conn?
He's lost. He's around the back of a tent somewhere. And oh God, they said the main tent was this way, but this one doesn't have any flags on it. Oh no. Oh, I forgot my shield. Hold on. He runs back, grabs a shield off a rack, kind of like, oh, is this one mine? They said the names are on the back of them. Oh. He shoulders it, and then he pegs. There's like an actual plan and thoroughfare to the layout of the camp, and he sees this like beastly figure like standing, looking around outside the main
Hands on
tent.
hips.
Yeah. He's like, oh Lou, that must be him. And he like sprints up and he goes, Mr. Dekyrus, sir, Major, sir, Conn Greystone reporting for duty, sir. I have my shield, I think.
So, are you the new recruit, Ron? You look like a Weasley little fella.
Oh, do I tell him? Actually, sir, it's Conn. It's my name is Conn, sir. But if you would prefer, you could call me Ron, if that's easier for you to call
Conn
out.
what?
Greystone, sir.
Maybe Goodstones. I don't know about Greyststones yet.
Oh, okay. Yes, you can call me Goodstones if you want, sir. Oh God,
So,
he's big.
late on your first day, I see.
I wasn't late, sir. I just misplaced my shield.
Oh, your shield. Let me see that. Does that have your... This doesn't have Conn or Greystones in the back of this.
I gotta be honest with you, sir. I'm very flustered. You know, this is my first time in the unit, and I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you for taking me on. As you know, I don't like to go out and do violent things, so this unit seemed absolutely perfect for me.
Shield Gimli, come over here.
And I call over this dwarf, and I'm like,
Shield Gimli.
We're going to test this new recruit's shield arm while he introduces himself to me.
The usual hazing ritual, is it?
so
Oh,
Goodstone,
Lou.
Goodstones.
Great.
Put up your
it's great
put up your
stuff, yes.
shield arm there.
Yeah. I raise my shield.
This dwarf just punches you as hard as he can in the
Just
knee.
Ow! My knee!
But then Gimli is going to start just repeatedly bashing on the shield, and then I'm gonna say,
Goodstones, tell me your backstory. Tell me where you're from.
Is he going to stop?
Keep that arm up. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Tell me where you're from.
I used to be in the standard unit, sir. We were positioned in the south, but we were ordered to burn a village, and I couldn't agree with that, sir. So I was, taken from
Gimli.
it. Ow! He's really
What?
hurting my arm,
Gimli,
sir.
that's enough.
Fine.
When does it stop hurting?
So,
He stamps on your foot as you walk.
Ow!
so,
Also, that's my shield.
I don't like that dwarf.
so you ran from your unit
I was dishonorably discharged, sir.
for refusing to burn down a village.
I refuse to follow orders, sir. I hope that won't be a problem here. A recruiter came and found me and said they thought they might know a unit that would suit my style.
Dekyrus' face shows no change, and but internally he's smiling at that
Nice.
revelation.
Oh
And he
God,
goes,
I think he's angry at me.
and he goes,
We'll see how you fit in here and if you can follow orders a little better.
I
But-
hope to follow.
Understand that with that shield arm, it may hurt you today, it may be sore tomorrow, but that shield is not just what stands between danger and yourself. It is what protects all that are behind you, your brothers that are behind you, those that are helpless behind you, the women and children, and all the villages behind you. Your shield is all that stands between that comes against them and them.
Well, I gotta say that sounds a whole lot better than throwing torches at buildings.
Indeed it is.
Oh my God, he's so loud.
So yeah, you kind of grab a couple of shields. In this instance, shield with a capital S. A shield being someone who has a specific shield of Holy Thunderforce, one that is capable of extending a barrier around and these shields command like about 4 people each, and you bring 2 of your shields with you too.
When
Delma.
no one's looking, Conn tries to lift one of them, and they're just so heavy.
Yeah. Your two shields that come with you to Kairos are 2 of your very trusted shields. They're a couple, Stevia and Nikia.
Are they dressed in white?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, they're paladins.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Very good.
And they're a couple, and but they've been with you for a while. They always kind of choose to kind of do everything together, but they never kind of let it interfere with their duty. They're very, very dependable people, and they walk up, and Nikia is like, "Well, Dakaris, is everything we've everything ready? We have a cart here with food that we have requisitioned from the quartermaster as per the Bastion Quita's orders. Are we to move out?"
We have a new recruit here with us that will need a little bit of help finding his place in line. Gimli has taken a liking to him, as we've seen, but he's very fresh. He's all fishter and no mister.
Don't quite get that that reference on him for another 17 years, but okay. Well, look, Dakaris, sir, you've crafted us into the people we are now, so I'm sure that you can do the same for this. And then they look over.
Conn is actively limping at this point. He's just talking to another recruit. He's like, he stabbed it really hard. Did he do that for all of you guys?
One of the recruits would absolutely turn to him and be like, "Oh, wait until Dakaris actually is the one doing the bashing on your arm."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They're like, "Oh, you mean Gimli, the weakest squire in the group?"
Oh, Lou.
But yes, we're ready to go. We're going out to a new town, and we're going to be bringing rations out there. So a nice little peacekeeping mission, as we tend to do.
Of course, sir. Nothing we've not done before. We'll make sure everything is orderly. I believe you have a specific mission in mind, but you can leave the distribution of the food to us if you'd like.
Absolutely. We do expect some ruffians in this small town, but with the war going on, it's expected that people would lose trust in the system. So non-lethal everywhere we go, unless necessary. You know the drill. You know how we do.
Yes. I will do my best to look after this fledgling warrior as well.
Put him. To be honest, we probably want to put him near someone strong, but maybe second line so he can see what happens. Hopefully there won't be any fighting in this mission, but just in case, we want him to actually see some of it.
Of course. Well, there's no one stronger than you, sir. So, well, I mean, if you want to take him under your wing, might be.
Now that is an idea.
Conn hears that from across the camp. Oh, well, maybe I should get another Gambison.
It has been a while since I've had one with me, hasn't it?
Yes, it was myself and Stevia. I forgot what I called him. Stevia. So look, if you could get us to shield level, I'm sure you can do it for this guy.
I like it. Goodstones, get over here.
Do you think he means me? My name is Greystone, but I got the impression that he didn't.
I wouldn't fucking wait around.
Bye. Conn hotfoots it over. Little bit of a limp.
Goodstones, it's your lucky day. You're going out on a mission already.
Oh no. Okay. I have my basic training from before, but I don't know if I'm really equipped to fight someone yet.
Oh, don't worry. This is not going to be a fighting mission. We're just going to be learning some basics and just spreading some goodwill.
Oh, thank Lou.
So yeah, you guys march out to the town of Delnock. As you're kind of like marching in, give me perception checks, please.
Young Conn's first roll. This is big. This is the first roll
my
in
God.
Conn's story. And it's a perception roll. Here we go.
Famously bad at perception, Con.
11. he's only gotten worse.
19.
19. Nice. Con, you're maybe a little just overwhelmed by everything, struggling to keep up with maybe like the fast pace that.
Like the strap of the shield is really cutting into my neck, and I'm trying to find a way to sit it on my shoulder
Yeah.
that it's not
By the way,
doing that.
Dikairos like yells out how well he perceives things. 19.
Why does he keep shouting numbers?
I just get used to that. It happens.
Okay.
He can tell how if he's got 20/20 vision or less.
Yeah. So Con, you're maybe a little bit too distracted, but Takairos, you walk into this town. This town has seen better days. A fair proportion of the houses are like and buildings are derelict and abandoned, and maybe families have been displaced or even fled toward even further north, fearing that war might soon come to the land, or maybe they've been drafted and conscripted as soldiers into the army. But as you walk in to Karis, you see a lot of houses have a strange symbol graffitied on them, a symbol that kind of looks a bit like two slashes, almost as if it's like an equal sign but cocked to the side.
Lilting. to the
Lilting.
side. Listing? Lilt is a drink.
Lilt is a drink.
Listing to the
Or
side.
it's also a way that people speak in the north, so Con would be very familiar with.
Oh yeah.
Young Con hasn't really developed his northern list yet.
You can give me either
Lilt. Not list.
No, he
His
has a-
northern list.
he has a
that was
northern
something
list.
else.
Whoa.
Of where he goes up to.
Actually, Con has been enlisted into the
That's what
Northern
I was
Army,
saying.
so
Yeah, he's
Fair,
moved
yeah.
around the north, and he's like, I've been here, and I've been here.
You guys can give me either
Back-to-back rolls.
religion checks or history checks. Now that you've noticed this as you're walking in. Actually, I'm only gonna say Dikairos can do this.
That's
I don't
good,
think
'cause I
Con is
rolled a
probably-
4.
It's an 8.
Okay, you don't know what this symbol is. You're entirely unsure.
Do you see that, Goodstones? That's not Lou.
I know.
You definitely know it's not Lou's
I do
symbol.
know that. I'm not that bad, sir. I know my god symbol.
So you guys begin to actually enter the city properly. You're beginning to see the people now of the city, and you're seeing like a lot of children in the streets, but they're barely playing. Some of them are huddled and cold, tired, hungry. People are like giving you like sidelong glares. You see some people who are maybe of fighting age, but who are maybe missing limbs or hands or eyes. Veterans from the war. It's been a war of 15 years. There's plenty of people who have been sent back and discharged who weren't able to be healed. And as you walk through the streets, people begin to realize that Stevia and Nikia are carting food with them. And suddenly, whispers start going around. People are running off to tell their friends, and people start to like swarm the soldiers that are dragging it, basically.
Sir.
And you see that Sophia and Nikia kind of like gently put out their shields a little bit, just kind of like keep a barrier around it. And you see like the defenders well used to this kind of like like this. The impervious shield of Holy Thunderforce kind of like surrounds it as they kind of like start ordering people into like an orderly line. And you see Nikia kind of like waves over you and like gives you a bit of a salute to Kairos and is like, "We got this, sir. If you
Con is awestruck by seeing this.
Yeah.
He'd never seen this before.
you see like as the shield like extends, there's like crackles of like blue like electricity kind of like extending from it. Like doesn't hurt to touch, and but basically impenetrable. And you see that they're kind of using these as like a gentle kind of guide of like, okay, there's food enough for everyone. Don't get too close. We're going to distribute it evenly. And you see they sort of start organizing that. Dikairos, what do you do?
So I'm going to find like an elderly couple or something like that.
Sure,
You know, like
yeah.
an old widow or something like that. You know, and maybe walk over to her, start asking her how she's doing. You know, maybe bring some of the food over to her. You know, so she's not having to wait through the whole line. You know, or anything like
Yeah.
that.
So yeah, as a paladin, you're able to obviously create as well food and water too. It only lasts 24 hours, but it's enough to kind of like give food to people and like, you know, get some goodwill. As you go up to this, this old lady, give me an insight check.
Okay. 19.
19. She looks like a bit afraid from you, not like afraid of you, not physically afraid, even though you are like a big, imposing, you know, figure, but you are kind of coming with food and you're kind of like offering peace. But you're just getting a lot of like trepidation and nervousness and stuff from her. She's like, oh, well, thank you. What brings your mind here? Just if you're here, does mean the war is coming? Are we not safe? What's?
It is very wise of you to be concerned about your village, but do not have any fear that it is not violence or fighting that Holy Thunderforce brings, but only defense, only good tidings, and
And
we
food.
just wish to, yes, Goodstones and food. We just wish to make sure that everyone here is safe and doing all right.
She kind of like, you see, she's a little bit torn between, you know, she's obviously gratefully taking the food, but is also kind of giving you a little bit of a stink eye, being like, well, we can look after ourselves, you know, we don't need outside help. We're strong ourselves, but I mean, we'll accept the food, I guess. We don't really want, you know, outsiders coming in and telling us what to do. And
Oh no, proud of your own strength. I like seeing that. That's perfect. That is exactly the same type of values that we uphold in the Holy Thunderforce. No, we're not looking to take your strength from you.
oh yeah, good. I mean, like, you know, that's kind of what they were saying. You know, strife brings strength. You know, kind of if there's lots going on, you know, you can be strong by yourself, and that's all that matters. You don't need any of this unity. That's all brings just complacency. You know.
Conn is going to lean in and under his breath be like, sir, these people don't look very strong.
There is much more to strength, Goodstones, than just how high you can hold your shield. Although that is one you need to work on.
Conn, strength check. 19.
Oh my
Gets
God.
it above the shoulder. I got you, sir.
Looking much better than earlier today.
I used my left hand.
As you're kind of having this interaction with this old woman, you see that across the road, you're across the road from like a small inn, like a tavern, and this innkeeper kind of calls out to you, and he's like, "Oh, there, soldiers! Great, come in, come, my lords, have a drink, please, have a drink here on the house, of course." And you know, he's like very kind of like forcefully coming over as well. He's like, oh, and he lowers his voice a little bit. He's like, oh, it would mean so much for me to be able to say I've served you. Please, just a drop, just enough to say you're a patron. What do you say? What do you say?
I immediately grab the scruff of Conn Greystone before he runs in there.
My hands are out.
And then
like
I'm
a
gonna-
cartoon character
I'm
running
gonna
towards
do an insight check on this.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Oh, come on, sir. It's really hot.
That's a 14.
You've done this kind of mission before. You've never really had this kind of a response, and with a 14 as well, you're looking around, and this old lady's not the only one who's kind of giving you weird looks, and you're getting a weird vibe from. And this kind of like hospitality that's been offered to you seems very, very forced. You can't figure out why, but you just kind of feel something's like a little bit weird about it. It's maybe not impossible that he's like, the town seems to be doing very bad all around. So maybe he's like, he could just be very overly eager to like be clinging to anything that could be giving him some sort of like step up or for some reason to come in, but at the same time, you're kind of questioning it a little bit because of how everyone else in the town seems to be viewing you guys, and it seems to be food that's the only thing that kind of is, having you guys be in any way welcome.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you, citizen. We have plenty of food and drink here, as you can see, and back at the camp. How about, in the name of the Holy Thunderforce, if you were looking to feed me or give a drink to me, then that's at least 2 patrons that can be fed for free.
Give me a persuasion check.
That's very good of you, sir.
16.
You see, he like kind of like looks at you, a bit kind of like, "Fucker, you got me," kind of thing,
That's Dylan talking, not the NPC.
And it's like, "Oh, of course, yeah, I'll definitely, I'll feed someone, of course." And he kind of like slinks back into his inn.
What was that about, sir? Why didn't you take the drink?
Look around you, Goodstones. Look into the eyes of those around here. Do they seem warm and welcoming?
Conn looks at like a local teen and is like immediately got that teen on the corner intimidation
Yeah.
feeling. And he's like, no, they don't.
The teens wearing like, just like real like, no, the teens were just wearing like a real like scabby tracksuit, and it's like just like flips you off.
No, they don't. They kind of feels like they don't like me, but they don't know me.
Actually, I'm gonna say the teen doesn't just flip you off. He gives you the 2 fingers, but slanted in the same way that symbol is.
Oh, okay. I can't pick up on that, I suppose. I mean, he did it to my face. Hey, do you see that?
Seems that they are worshipping something or following some kind of order here. Wise one.
Yeah.
May we ask you the symbol that is on the doors here?
Oh, that's kind of just been going around, That's look, there's, your gods and everything you're saying is great, but everyone's just trying to. We all just need to stick out for ourselves and no one else. There's too many outside things coming, and everyone says, "Oh, we should all be unified against everything." Some of us, we just think, let the enemies come. Let's just all be. Let's all be one. Just be easier. Get it over with.
You think the best thing to happen is for destruction to come to the towns?
I mean, we're not saying
You just want to lie down and die?
No, but I mean, everyone's just. We all want to be under. We just want to be safe, and that's the main thing. And if we think that this is going to be safe, it's the people like you, the outsiders, are not going to keep us safe. But if we can all be one, but separate, then that's how it's going to be. And like, you see that she kind of keeps just talking in this kind of like very like circular. There's actually no actual logic to what she's trying to purport here. Whatever like arguments or ideology that has been like fed
She's
to her,
feeding back.
regurgitating.
something
she's
she
just
doesn't
regurgitating
understand,
that with an outside look just doesn't make sense. She's like, oh, strife brings strength, discord breeds defense, animosity brings acceptance, and all these just really like contradictory kind of like terms that just doesn't really do make a lot of sense.
Captain, I think you might have been wrong calling this one wise one.
Goodstones,
A lot of what she's saying doesn't.
look at me.
Yes, sir.
If you call me captain again,
Oh.
I will bury you with that shield.
Noted, sir. What's your preferred rank, sir?
I am Dakairis, Thunderer of the Holy Thunderforce,
Okay.
soldier to Lu,
Noted, sir.
follower of the Bastion.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
follow orders from Quita.
Ooh, okay, sir. Very sorry. I wiped some of the spit off my face.
As you're having this like big argument, the innkeeper is like slink back. The old woman is kind of just like
She fucks off.
ranting and like like just kind of like rambling now. And you see this little girl comes and approaches you. She's like, "Oh, please, my lords. Word's gotten around that holy men have come into town. It said that you guys can heal the sick. Is that something you can do?
Dikairos puts his shield like sitting on the ground, his great shield, and leans down like so. He's at as close as he can get to face level,
yeah.
but being almost 8
Only
feet tall.
slightly towering over
Yeah.
there. Like.
Yeah, he's like,
What strong knees you have, sir.
Little one, is there need of us?
It's my dad. He can barely stand. He can barely speak. He's in the hospital here. He come. There's lots of sick people. They could all use your help.
Well, I can go heal them, sir. I, click my fingers and let the little bit of lay on hands magic dance across
Yeah,
them.
your hands
Yeah, like fizzle.
Yeah.
Yes, any opportunity to flex my new god powers.
yeah. Dikairos looks at her, kind of looks around, is a little uneasy, but got a soft spot for these little ones, Yeah, we're
Little one,
Yes?
yes, what, Goodstones?
Yes, Thunderer.
Good. We show me the way. But Gimli,
You about a minute later, because Gimli's still with the card. He runs up. He's like, I forgot what his voice was. Yes, sir.
Goodstones and I are gonna go off on a little mission here.
Yes, sir. Anything you want me to do, sir? Sure, whatever you want. You have an entire unit to. You have 10 people with you.
Okay.
You got 2 shields, and then Gimli, Conn, and then each of the shields has 4. So.
Gimli, who was the last one up today?
From bed for morning call?
Yes.
That was Tommy.
Tommy, brother of Jason. The Red Captain. Tommy!
I'll go fetch him, sir. Tommy comes over. Yeah, boss.
Is Gimli back too?
Gimli can be back here if you want to.
All right, good.
You two are coming with us.
Oh, sure thing, boss. Let's go.
And you are carrying a shield.
Got it.
So yeah, I want him to carry an extra shield with him.
As in one of the big Holy Thunderforce shields or a regular shield?
Yeah, he would only have a regular
Yeah,
shield.
just
He's
like-
just like a defender.
Yeah, I
It's-
just
Stevia and Nikki are your shields, and they're kind of manning the cart.
Yeah.
And everything.
Did you say they carry their own big shields?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're their shields. They're
They
not
have the
like-
great shields.
They have
that-
the shields.
Yeah.
But I've got my great shields.
Yes,
so-
you have your own whatever equipment you have. That's fine.
Yeah. No, I want him to. So. Yeah. So I want Tommy. I was thinking Jason. Red Ranger was better. But I want Tommy to be carrying my extra great shield that was in the cart.
Sure. Yeah. So he's just kind of lugging along his own shield, and you're massively this
It's
shield is
strapped on his back. Yeah.
yeah. This shield is almost as big as he is
Like
because it's
carrying a
custom.
door on your
Yeah,
back.
it's custom built for you.
Yeah.
It's well, sir, it's heavy, but I'll do my best. And this little girl kind of keeps tugging at your legs, being like, "Come on, let's go!" And starts
Lead
running
the
off.
way, tiny legs.
Yeah, she brings you into down this side street into what looks like is maybe an old schoolhouse, and there's a makeshift kind of Red Cross on it to say it's a hospital, and you enter and you see more and more as you're going through these back streets, more of this symbol graffitied everywhere, and she's like, come, he's in the back room. And you enter, and as you enter, you see a lot of sick people kind of strewn across the floor in rags and blankets. You have to maybe sometimes you have to step over them to get there.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, and she's kind of leads you into a back room. She's like, he's just in here.
Sir, I'm starting to get a bit of a bad feeling about this.
Back to back, soldiers. Great. Goodstones,
Yes,
you're back to back
sir.
with me.
Yeah, it's more of a back to knee situation, but that works.
And I'm gonna pick up my second great shield. So what I'm gonna be doing here is dual wielding shields.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good shit. Do
I'm
you
gonna-
go into the back room? Oh, sorry, what's Conn do?
I'm gonna lean over to Jason and be like, "How was I supposed
It's
to-"
Tommy.
Oh, sorry, Tommy.
Tommy,
Sorry,
yeah.
Tommy. I keep getting you guys mixed up. Was I
My
supposed
name's
to bring
Tommy Jason.
Tommy Jason?
Either works.
Okay, TJ. Was I supposed to bring 2 shields like the Thunderer did?
No, that's just his own special.
Oh, that's
special
his
thing.
style.
That's
Okay.
yeah, you could say it's his style.
Yeah. It's his style.
Do you go into this back room, or what do you do?
Yeah, you want me to pre-roll initiative?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep holding hands with the little girl though. She's leading the way.
Okay. You're gonna only have one shield out then.
No, I thought I could strap them on my arms. And like still.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow that. That's kind of cool.
She's just a little thing. Yeah, they're just strapped on my arms.
Yeah, she brings you into this room. Please roll initiative.
Ugh.
Quelle surprise. There's a 9 for Baba Greystone.
Is Conn going into the back room? Like he's yeah, 'cause
He's
you're
back to back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
16.
16.
Should I roll with disadvantage because I'm backing into the room?
No.
If you want.
It's a real I just hook you to my belt loop.
Yeah, I'm literally strapped to your back.
You're hanging off of my back.
Oh, look, another mini arc where you have someone hanging off your person.
The cars, you walk in. Conn, you don't really see anything. You're walking backwards into this room. The cars, you walk in, and yeah, sure enough, you see a man like in a blanket, like huddled in this kind of like smaller room, kind of just laying still. What do you do?
Perception. Is this a person?
Looks like a person. Give me a perception check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Find it. It's dark in here. Like there's like kind of like a small sliver of light.
What I'm gonna do, because it's my go then, right? Based on initiative?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to take my shield and I'm going to slam it to the ground
Oh, God.
and do a blinding smite to light the room.
Interesting. I think Binding Smite only triggers when you actually attack, but I'll kind of let you
Yeah,
like.
it was like attacking the ground. Just like
Oh.
a big boom with my shield right on the ground. Because it's like a dark room, like no
Yeah, you
light.
could
in
just
it.
be Yeah.
attacking like
I-
a flea or something.
You know what? I think that's very cool. I'm very creative, so I'm 100% going to say no. You can't do that. You're fucking with me. No. Yeah. You slam onto the ground, and this like light. So that's basically you're going to be your full action, because your bonus action, and then you're like attacking the ground.
Well, I get 2 more attacks, but
2 more attacks? Okay, then you will have 2 more attacks, and that might become very relevant
Okay.
very soon. You, as this like burst of light appears, you see that this body on the ground is just like a straw man, and in the corner you see like behind the door you see a cloaked figure with a knife like dripping with some sort of venom, like lushing, like about to lunge in and attack you.
Sir Thunderer, look out! They're behind the door.
But you rolled 1 more in initiative than him, so you get to act just about.
okay. So he's more coming toward Conn then, if he's coming from behind the
If
door.
he's behind the door, I would have seen him. I'd be face to face with him.
Yeah, he would then. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to pivot, trying to, kind of move Conn a bit.
I think you're so big. If you pivot, I'm just under your shield for a bit.
That comes into play because if he's more coming toward Conn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll be able to use your defensive.
Yeah,
fighting
my
style,
protection.
You've got the protection style.
Yeah. So with these great shields, it's an improvised weapon. I'm not really trying to do like massive damage, but I see this guy coming. So I'm just going to bash him in the face.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, go for it.
But the power of Lu fills all of my weapons and things like that. So this actually has a smite built into it.
Nice.
I'm not using a smite. It's just one of my.
Yeah. So Ryan is playing a pretty high level to, explain his status. Much higher level than what Jim is playing. But yeah, roll your attack and roll the damage if it hits.
That's a 27 to hit.
Yeah, fucking hits.
That's only 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage, and you have one more attack.
Yeah, so I'm bash him with one, and then I'm just gonna bash him with the other.
Nice.
The whole door is coming at his face. And that's a dirty 20,
Hits. Yep.
and that's 10 points of damage.
Nice. You just smack this assassin, basically just body check him with your shield, knocking him backwards. He looks stunned, looks to you, thinks that he sees Conn, thinks Conn is definitely the weaker target and is going to try and attack
Oh,
Conn.
Lou, he's looking at me, sir.
As he does this, I'm going to swing my shield over him as my reaction. So the assassin will roll with disadvantage.
Okay, nice.
Behold, Goodstones, it's never cold in the shade of a brother's shield, is it?
Oh, it feels a little colder, but I feel safer. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Is that on one attack or two? Or on all attacks?
That's any time that he gets attacked.
anytime.
Well, it's a reaction. So sorry.
Okay, so it's one attack.
my
Okay,
reaction.
so yeah,
sorry.
you.
I thought you meant like how many times a fight I could.
Oh
do it.
yeah, sorry. No, you use your action, put your shield in front of Conn. His like long dagger hits off it. God, I can't roll for shit with these guys. That's a 4, and I'm assuming a 10 doesn't hit you, Conn.
No, it does not.
He's just tucked into the
actually-
pocket of my shield.
Young Con has much better AC than old Con.
Because using
Because
the
he gets
shield.
the shield, yeah.
You hear as basically you've like crashed down, like obviously the sounds of like a fight has like erupted from this small room. You hear Gimli and Tommy
Tommy.
Jason crying out as well as they seem to be getting attacked. That's a natural 20. That's a 2. That's
I'm gonna
another
say that-
natural 20.
They would probably both have protection as well. It's
have
like
protection
as
for each
standard
other.
for Holy Thunderforce.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they would actually probably use your stats.
They'd be
Con.
me. Do you want my
Okay.
sheet for a second?
A little better. A little better.
I will like, yeah, give me your sheet for a second.
A little better.
a little better.
Like at least 5 levels more.
No.
No, not these two. Maybe my other
Okay,
ones.
so
Because they're just defenders like me.
Yeah.
they will use the defensive fighting style on the 2 crits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they each got a crit. Oh my god! I've rolled like 4 4s in all those attacks.
Hey,
Hey.
protection fighting style is so good.
Yeah, God. So yeah, you hear Tommy and Gimli, defending off what seems to be like 4 attackers in the next room.
4 attackers.
Con, it's your turn.
I wait for so the shield passes over me, and then I'm going to leap forward and slam my fist into his chin.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
That is a 16 to hit.
Just hits.
Nice. That is 7 points of damage to this guy's chin.
Yeah, fine. This guy is still up. This guy, you see now as you guys have both gotten close. He has like branded himself with this symbol on both of his cheeks. Looks to be, some sort of like fanatic for whatever this cult is. Seems to be kind of made of like very stern stuff and strong stuff. But Dakaris, it is you. Actually, I will roll Tommy and Gimli into initiative.
Yeah, let them fight stuff.
Yeah.
He was just gonna kill him, and then we said no.
Just gonna take Gimli and Tej off the field like that? That's not how we play.
Okay, so yeah, they will both attack. Oh my god, Tommy gets a nat 20. That's 3 nat 20s I've rolled.
In the space of like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy. These little cultists don't have protection fighting style, surprisingly.
Hey,
Yeah,
They have something much worse.
They have pretend to be sick people and then shank you. Tommy and Gimli like kind of shed in, being like, "This is fine." They seem to be handling it no problem at all.
Wow, he sounded so calm, sir.
Kyrus, you're up.
So the guy's still standing.
Yeah.
I imagine he's looking. I mean, he's been pummeled a few times.
He's been pummeled a few times, but he does not look to be stopping anytime soon. You're kind of getting like a good view of his face, and like there is like, Kyrus, you know yourself what like religious fervor looks like. He kind of has that kind of feel of he is, you know, very like zealous about what he's trying to do, and he really believes. Like you're just getting this like intense like smolder from him, and like an intense kind of like
Sexy.
such a sexy smolder.
Smoldering over his dagger at you.
As he is like unflinchingly, like, yeah, he's taken a couple of hits, but he is not stopped at all, and he is still going in for the kill.
Okay.
Is he still coming for me?
Hearing that,
He's kind of, he doesn't know exactly who he's going for yet, because you've just kind of gone
He's
behind.
doing that shifty knife from one hand to the other.
Yeah,
kinda,
exactly. Yeah, come on.
so hearing, all that's going on there, I am going to, I'm just gonna come in and I'm just gonna like blast this dude.
Yeah.
Some more. A 13 misses.
13 misses, yeah.
Cool. So that's a 16 on the second one.
Just hits, yep.
And I'm going to imbue this one with a smite in my rage. I'm going to be like,
We bring peace.
and just slam this into this dude.
Nice, yeah.
So that's 15 points of damage.
Nice.
And then I'll take my third attack.
Yeah.
And that's a 26 to hit.
Hits.
Oh, I wasn't sure if that one was going to hit, but then it did.
And that is 23 points of damage.
Oh, this assassin is...
I imbue that one with a smite as well. So like gleaming, just bam, bam,
Nice.
into his face.
Yeah, you see that like in a kind of a way that's like quite reminiscent of the Holy Thunderforce like shield, like blue glow. You're just kind of like more like golden, as you're kind of just filling with like pure like offensive energy. So it's like the lightning part of the
Yeah.
shield instead like slams into him. He looks rocked. He's gonna try and attack you.
I, as a reaction, defend.
Fuck it, this is so impossible to hit against. No wonder your Holy Thunderforce are actually like in world very good defenders. That first one misses.
Explain. I actually want to hear. Conn,
Yes.
what are you doing to Conn Greystone? How are you helping
I
to
see.
dis-
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't roll for
to protect.
shit.
So I've been slightly blinded by your smite, and I throw my shield up to cover my eyes against the light and feel it tink as it bounces off my
Amazing.
shield.
Yeah, you hear Tommy and Gimli continue to
Protect
to
each
fight
other.
and protect each other. I will roll all the attacks and then we'll see which ones make sense for them to. Because
Just resolve it.
I'm rolling very badly. What's Tommy and Gimli's AC?
19.
19. Even without protection, I missed them all. Like, just Tommy and Gimli, you're catching glimpses in the next door of them, just kind of
Like having a laugh and shit.
yeah,
while
they're just like spinning around in a circle, just like blocking all the attacks, and then occasionally just being like, "Pta," and hitting them with their swords.
I'm
Yes.
so proud. I'm so proud. Right.
Am I going to learn to do that?
One day, but hopefully a
God.
little bit more serious about it.
Wow.
You see that they've cut two of the cultists down, and
Wait.
are
No, I'm absolutely yelling like,
None.
We do not kill. I said this on the way.
you see that they have knocked two of the cultists out.
good.
And are actually doing just very well. These cultists are supposed to be flanking on you guys just to give the assassin an advantage so he gets sneak attack, and no, fucking Tommy and Gimli.
I think the mistake was when you agreed with me to give them full player stats.
yeah, probably. Well, I mean, it makes sense.
I'd love to
though.
say, I built my character, but he's a level 3 paladin. Like,
Yeah.
there's no build here.
Yeah. Okay, so Con, you are up.
Yeah, I'm going to I'm just gonna pull the shield down from where I had it over my eyes.
Yeah.
And again, like jump in with another haymaker to the right. That's a 19 on the dice. And then can I smite with a punch?
You can. So your punch actually only does 1 damage plus your strength. So
You're gonna make me hit him. You're gonna make me hit him with a sword. Okay, right.
I'm
do you know what I'm gonna do?
These are just the rules, Jim.
I'm gonna pummel him with the pommel of my sword.
I will let you use your sword stats and it be like
Yeah, because it's a
non-lethal
non-lethal
damage.
strike
That's
with a sword,
fine.
right?
That's
yeah.
fine.
Okay, cool. And I'm gonna smite with it. So yeah. That's 9 damage off the bat with just like come out from under my shield, bonk him in the forehead with the thing.
Yeah.
And then just the and then the smite damage is 7 points of smite damage.
Conn Greystone. End this assassin.
Yeah, caught up in the fervor of this, like, I'll go away, and I kind of run forward with my shield, and I want to try and like knock him back, and then when I kind of knock him off balance, I'm gonna follow through with like a big wild swinging kind of back fist to the side of his head, and just knock him clean out, and then my hand hurts, and I go, ow, ow, ow.
Yeah, you knock this guy clean out. The cultists keep like fighting in against Tommy and Gimli. Then yeah, Dakarius, it's up to you. You've just seen Conn, maybe out of character, actually do something effective.
I'm so proud of this, but we don't have time to react to it yet. So as I'm rushing past, I kind of pat him on the shoulder twice. And then I'm just going to kick open the door behind me. And I'm just going to let out this like roar to try and intimidate them.
Yeah, give me an intimidate check.
So I get an 18 on my intimidation.
Okay. They're going to see you kind of come out of this room clearly completely unscathed and
My
unharmed.
shield's glowing.
Your shield's glowing. Much bigger than Tommy and Gimli, who are giving them serious problems. I'm gonna just make them do like a saving throw against that intimidation. Not 18, you said?
18.
Yeah, that's a 9 on the dice. They look at you and just start running. They just start running away.
Conn failed the intimidation save.
Tommy and Gimli kind of like put down their they sheathe their swords and like go to like lay on hands a little bit. The two they've knocked out, kind of just like stabilize them a little bit.
They would kind of know a drill, so I kind of, like wave my hand, and they would take them and kind of drag them into this other room, so we can close the door. Then I'm going to take my great shield and just kind of let it fall over to be pinning these guys down.
Very good.
To the ground.
Nice.
And I'm going to turn him and be like, a great fight there. Goodstones, where'd you learn to throw a punch like that?
My dad knew how to punch, sir.
Oh, you mean like out in a boxing ring then, son?
Yeah, that's it, sir.
Dakarius is gonna
Yikes.
look at you and be like,
Well, welcome to Holy Thunderforce, and maybe we could be a new family for you, Goodstones.
Yeah, maybe, sir. My hand hurts.
That was a good punch, though. Gimli, Tommy, look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. He's knocked out his first one.
Wow. Well done.
Give
What
him-
did you say your name was? Don?
It's Conn. Gimli.
Okay, Don.
Give him the old celebration.
and all three of us are gonna go over to you, and with your shield still up, and we're all just gonna beat on it.
Sir, if we get attacked, do you think that the cart is fine?
Oh, that's a good point. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab Conn under my arm and just dive out the window.
Yeah, give me an athletics check.
Oh no!
That's a 28.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, yeah. You do whatever you want here, right?
Yeah. So I throw one of the great shields out the window in front of us, dive after it, and land on it, and start surfing down.
Amazing. real Breath of the Wild style.
Real, like,
Yeah.
straight up Captain America.
I don't
Breath
know.
Of the
You
Wild
said do
player, like.
anything, and that's what I landed on.
That's fine. You do that, and you start rushing towards the to where you'd left Stivia and Nakia and like the rest of the defenders, and they all seem to be, actually surprisingly fine. It seems to be whatever this kind of like giving them the food and this kind of like outward, show of like goodwill and like, people kind of seem to be like the edge seems to have been taken off a bit. You run by like the old lady and the innkeeper are giving you sideline glances, but no one else seems to be kind of like really outwardly trying to attack you, Tommy and Gimli like run up, kind of like worried, or maybe a little bit zealous, we'll say, in there, kind of like joining in like the wall of kind of keeping everything, but everything seems to be somewhat fine here. What do you do? Is there anything you do or ask or talk to people as you're overseeing this?
I slap my mouth or my hand over Khan's mouth, and I go,
Now is not the time for celebration. You don't tell the other soldiers yet.
I'm going to continue carrying him under one arm, though.
Nice.
Sir, if you don't mind, this is just a little humiliating.
We don't have time for this.
So yeah, you pretty quickly all the food kind of gets distributed, and Stivia and the kid like look over and you're like, what was the big rush about there? Sir, is everything okay? What's the...
Sir Shanks-a-Lot was doing his namesake in the hospital.
Okay, and so are we're gonna capture him, bring him in? Is he dead? What did you do?
There's 3 of them in the perfect place to be for their wounds.
Left them where they need to be. Like.
Laying in a back dirty room of the hospital. Maybe we should go back there, but
Yeah, you might say they're recovering from a hard lesson, right? Right, Thunderer?
watch it, Greystones.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, so are we triaging these folk? I'm confused.
We need to go back there and question them. But nothing happened here. There was nothing weird that you all ran into.
I mean, some people were a little bit pushy. People are kind of like calling names at us. We're kind of weird. There's some sort of like hostility, but it's...
I want you to do something for me. I want you to keep an eye out for anyone throwing up this symbol.
And I give
the gang sign.
I low-key think he looks sick as fuck when he does that.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's the symbol on the walls. Yeah, we've kind of seen that a fair bit, but...
If you see anyone that throws that at you, try and watch which direction they go if they leave.
Understood.
Goodstones, you and I are going to go back and we're going to question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you come back to the hospital.
Tommy, back in the shield rank, with Gimli. Kimberly and Trini, come with me.
Oh my god, yeah, let's go.
Am I trainee, sir?
No,
I'm Trini.
Oh, Trini. Sorry, I thought you said trainee, sir.
no, Trini, dressed in yellow. We call her the saber-toothed tiger of the team.
It's because my words got so much bite.
Oh, okay. That's a weird thing to say, but you guys are weird. Okay,
Well,
let's
you're
go.
a weird person to look at, so...
Thanks.
So I would
That
guess
does
that-
wonders.
And the idea would be that Kimberly and Trini are they higher ranks?
Sure.
Then
Yeah.
to bring people that I'm not as worried about.
Yeah. You kind of get the feel, even from how Tommy and Gimli are able to kind of like manage this situation, any of your soldiers are more than capable of like looking after themselves and defending it. But yeah, you go in, you set Kimberly and Trini up at like at the door as like a defense in case anyone's in. They also kind of like go around to people, actually make sure that they are sick people in there, that they're not more people hiding, use some of their lay on hands to kind of like bring people up, cure what sicknesses and diseases they can. And you awake the assassin.
Yeah, with my shield laying back on him.
Yeah.
Wakey, wakey.
Who are you? Why am I still alive? What is this?
There's no need to feed the soil with blood.
That's metal as hell. What would you know about it?
Oh, I know quite a bit. Now, who are you and why would you attack the Holy Thunderforce?
And like he just goes into this massive tirade. In this instance, he starts like just ranting in a much more like venomous way that like the old lady had started to rant. He's like, you outsiders don't know, and you're coming in and you're telling us what to do. Everything is gone to shit because of you. Like you can't just come in and tell us like how to live our lives. Unity brings complacency, strife brings strength, discord breeds defense. We just need division. We all need to be divided. Keep them divided.
Looks like someone opened up his brain and gave it a good scrub. It's been awfully washed inside there.
Conn chuckles.
You give me an intimidation check.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit on the slowly put my weight on the shield. Yeah, that's a 22.
This guy.
High levels are fun.
High levels are fun.
I wouldn't know anything about it.
This guy, hard to break. The other guys, very easy to break. And you're able to kind of like question them all. Tell me, Ryan, what would you like to know here? What is the thing that you're trying to get out of this?
So the way I'm laying down, or that I'm doing this, is I'm gonna actually lay down on my shield and be like,
I've got this. I've got all day, boys, for you to just tell me
as I'm,
Yeah.
putting my weight onto them. And I'll be like, so, what, you want me to tell you out of character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 22 is a good enough roll that you can get what you want. Is there anything specific? I will give you.
Tell me who you work for. So that's a main one. Like, what, who are you following? Like, what is the
Who's given them these?
Who's giving you
ideals,
this
yeah.
order? Like, what order are you part of? Do you have a single sister?
There's.
Is she also brainwashed? Because that's not great.
He like responds. He's like, order? We don't have a single order. No, we're all. We only care about ourselves. It's division. It's all just division.
He's saying he's having a vision.
And basically, he just like rants and raves, and you see like whatever zealotry has come over him is just like has completely brainwashed him. But you get to talk to the other two chumps that you like knocked out. There's actually 4, but we'll say there's only 2 that are willing to talk.
The other 2 were taken by the nurses. They were in worse condition.
Yeah. They were just like misled. They weren't as full deep in. They weren't fully committing to their attacks.
They're the 2 that Gimli and Tommy almost killed before.
Yes, yeah. They're actually injured. And Tommy were like, oh. You start to question them, and you get hints, and they don't fully know, but basically you learn of something called a cult of division that seems to have no unified goal, but basically that they tell you that this guy had come into the town maybe a month ago and has just been spreading lies and deceit, and has just been like slowly but surely getting people onto his ideology and way of thinking, and just basically spreading propaganda as to why we need to stay divided, that other people are trying to control us and all of that.
Interesting.
But there's like you get a little bit more from him, but like he's very much, seems to be a rogue, not a rogue agent, but like a single agent, but he does refer to himself as being a member of the Cult of Division, and he says one name over and over and over and over again a lot. Davidian.
He's on brand.
He's on brand.
He's just a giant division symbol
Yeah.
from Sesame Street.
But yeah, you have completed what you've been told to do. You've given food to the people. You've found out what the cause of this unrest is through sheer intimidation. Is there anything you would like to do with this, with the captives, or how do you basically bring this town to a little bit of a better place? I'll kind of just leave this into you. As like a member of Holy Thunderforce, what is your role in this kind of like restoration of the town?
I'm going to turn to Conn and I'm going to say,
Goodstones,
Yes, sir.
sit down here with me on the shield.
Yes, sir.
the guys go, ugh.
I don't weigh that much. I have to gather some shields and stuff to make it like more of a threat to
Yeah, you're a solid 90 pounds when wet. Like.
Yeah.
So we've seen how you can fight. But with this situation going on, tell me, what do you think we should do?
Well, it seems to me, sir, that the folks here they've been led down a bad road by this Divido guy, and maybe we can, show them another way. Why don't we go out and lay some hands publicly? Really get some goodwill going. It's hard to hate someone who's publicly helping you.
That's a good idea. I would like to let you make the announcement, but I'm a bit worried to put that target on your back, so maybe we'll have one of the other shield bearers do this.
I would like that greatly, sir. Please don't make me do it.
Yeah. So you guys kind of like basically kind of like build off the goodwill you've gotten from like giving out the food, and you start offering like healing services. You start creating more food and water and stuff like that, and kind of
Maybe
go on.
it might make a point of healing one of these like bad cultists publicly as well. That'll really undermine the fuck out of their like beliefs.
And I'm going to have one of my people make an announcement just saying, look, we can tell there's some ill will toward us. We are not trying to change your way of life. We're not trying to change anything. We are only defenders, and we're just here to help. If you have anyone that needs any help, you can come to us, and there is no payment needed for this. We don't expect anything of you. We don't expect any loyalty or anything.
You see, give me a persuasion check. With advantage, because, I mean, yeah, they're all very good, effective things you're all doing.
11.
11? Yeah. It doesn't happen in a day.
Yeah. That's expected.
But Whispers start in the same way that whispers have started on this other side. Whispers have started on, the side of healing and growth, of unity rather than division. And, it's the people who have been healed first, really kind of rally to you. You send word back to Quida that you want to like station here fully for like a month or so, just to really kind of like have feet on the ground, and it takes that at least a month, if not more. But you guys slowly but surely, kind of like you send people to scrub graffiti off the walls, to restore buildings, to kind of like help plant crops and things like that, keep people healthy and safe. So yeah, you guys have like spent this entire month restoring, rebuilding. What does that like look like for Conn and Dacarius? Like what, maybe Conn specifically, and yeah, this is essentially, we're just gonna montage this.
This is like our 80s montage.
This is like your 80s montage. This is like the scene where everyone's like coming together and like,
Ryan, if you don't put synth music over this, I'm leaving the pod.
Oh, you better fucking believe it. I bought this fucking synth. I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, look, for sure, you'd see Conn is kind of like dividing his time between his like military training and then like the upkeep and rehabilitation, I guess, of the town. So like you said, scrubbing graffiti and stuff off the walls,
Yeah.
but then also like, you know, getting to know the townspeople and stuff. And you'd see him like, he's like, oh, hey, I'm just going down to, you know, Shawnee's there to get some bread. I'll be back around or whatever, you know? So like really kind of trying to integrate himself in and just, he's loving this helping people stuff that Holy Thunderforce is all about. And you see he's getting a little more confident now because one, he like absolutely floored that guy and he's like, oh, hi, maybe I can fight. And then two, he's like learning so much from Dikairos as well.
Yeah, your arm is hurting a little bit less when Gimli pummels it, like.
Yeah.
One of the things that Conn absolutely would have grown over the past month is to realize that it's a camaraderie thing, that it actually wasn't hazing, that like they do it to each other all the time, just like, you know, because that's their strength, you know, is their shield arm. And so they test each other's shield arm all the time, just as like a, you know, bit of a fun thing, you know, brotherhood.
Yeah, so you'd also see him like in that vein, like occasionally trying to like lift the shields and stuff. Still not quite able to, but like, you know, he's kind of like, oh man, someday I want to lift these things, you know? But yeah, he's also just doing an awful lot of training under Dikairos.
Getting you to do push-ups every day.
Yeah, I don't like them, but they're getting easier.
We do a thing where I stack shields on you while you're doing push-ups.
Yes, nice. How many shields can you do a press up with? Like, yeah.
Let me roll a d4 to see how many shields I've gotten up to. 3.
Ooh.
I can do it with 3 shields on my back.
That's pretty good.
Oh God. Yeah, you Dikairos, you maybe like sent like missives and messages back to Quida and stuff, and in one of them she is asked about Conn's progression and if he's ready to swear himself properly to Lou yet.
I've sent back that I've been very impressed with the progress of we call him, in our letters, we call him Ronnie Goodstones.
Amazing, yeah.
Or the Weasley one.
The Weasley one. Ronnie Goodstones I could stand, but the Weasley one, sir.
Just from the first
Yeah.
conversation. But that I've been very impressed with his progress. That I'm a little concerned with how much he may depend on, you know, the Holy Thunderforce to be his source of family. But you know, there's strength in the Brotherhood, but that there is always a need to have something back home to protect. You know, that helps make a full man, and but that his progression has been great, and I absolutely would be happy to stand alongside him.
She extends an invitation to you, both of you, one day then for you basically to present the new member of Holy Thunderforce. And you guys like walk into her her tent, like the command tent, and kind of she's like standing there, looks at you, Conn. So, Conn Greystone, I will use your name in this one instance. I will use your name properly.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Is there anything you would like to say?
Yes. Very quickly, I would like to say that when I came here, as I'm sure you noticed, I was lacking confidence. I came from a bad place, and I came from a position where I was being made to do things I didn't agree with. But that is not the case here. I have found camaraderie in your ranks. I have found a strength in myself I didn't know that I possessed. And I have found a respect for my commanding officer that I have not experienced before. So if it is okay with you, I think, Thunderer, I am ready to speak the words.
Yes, just do not forget that the strength within yourself is also the strength of Lou.
Yes, of course. You put it there.
Thunderer, approach.
Defender, stand your ground.
If there is land behind me, I will hold. If there are foes before me, I will hold.
Defender, raise your arm.
I am the shield that will not shatter, and the wall that cannot be breached.
Defender, our enemies approach.
Let those who approach me break themselves upon my will, and those behind me shelter in my care.
Defender, the skies darken.
Now is the time for thunder. Now is the time for steel and lightning.
Defender, swear your oath.
I swear under Lu, the defender, that as long as I draw breath, I will allow no harm to come to those I protect. This is my oath.
And all of the shield bearers just erupt in hammering on their shields.
Nice.
Whoa!
I join in.
And a huge cry and celebration erupts as Holy Thunderforce gains a new fully fledged member.
I flash my lay on hands light.
Yeah,
I go,
no longer fizzling, slightly sparkling.
Exactly, yes. Like holding sparklers up in my
Yes.
fists.
And with that, the first episode of The Legends of Lethuan of Conn comes to an end.
Nice.
Sick.
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have anything to announce or say here.
I don't know when this one is going to air, so
Me neither.
I'm going to err on the side of caution and just say, hey, give us a nice review if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, don't do anything. And tell a friend. But we always really appreciate you listening. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.